brothers in the body of Christ's kingdom, and we're here to give the word to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Read that real quick, Deuteronomy 6 and 4.
Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 4. Hear, O Israel.
Hear, O who?
Hear, O Israel.
Hear, O Israel.
The Most High, our power, is one.
So why are we saying hear, O Israel? Because you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, we are the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Read that again.
Hear, O Israel. The Most High, our power, is one.
The Most High, our God, is one God. We only know one God. We know one power. And we got to come back to him, right? Because for too long, we've been suffering in these ghettos. We've been suffering in these streets. We've been suffering. Why? Because we forgot to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God. So now where the statutes and the Most High Gods are, where the commandments are. Give me Exodus.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 1.
Go ahead.
And God spake all these words, saying, verse 2, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
So you see that? The Most High is being possessive. He's saying that the children of Israel is his God, is his people. He's our God. He brought us out of the land of Egypt. Go ahead.
Out of the house of bondage.
The Most High brought us out of the house of bondage. The same way we in the house of bondage. We got to come out of bondage. We got to come out of these Christian churches, these Sunday worships. The Most High gave us the Sabbath. Go ahead.
Verse 3, thou shalt have no other God before me.
So the Most High said he want us, he's a jealous God, so he gave us one God. So he said that he want us to only serve him. Read that again.
Thou shalt have no other God before me.
No other God before the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Go ahead.
Verse 4, thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image.
So one of the commandments that we suffering from, that we keep breaking, is that we make graven images. Brothers walking around with Jesus pieces. That's a graven image. Sisters having statues in their homes. That's a graven image. We're not supposed to have these things in our house as the children of Israel. You so-called black Hispanics. Go ahead.
Or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above or that is in the earth beneath.
So we're not supposed to have no graven images because we are a special people. We are a holy people. Matter of fact, read that. Get Deuteronomy 7 and 6.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6.
Go ahead.
For thou art a holy people.
So you see that? The Most High said the children of Israel, the blacks and Hispanics, are a holy people. Read that again.
Verse 6. For thou art a holy people.
Go ahead.
Unto the Most High thy God.
Go ahead.
The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
So the Most High chosen the blacks and Hispanics and the Native American Indians to be a special people unto himself. Go ahead.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So the Most High chose us to be special. We the greatest thing on this planet. We got the other nations using us. They use our talent. They use our culture. And they whitewash everything. Go ahead.
Verse 7. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because you were in number than any people. So ye were the fewest of all people.
So you see that the Most High chose us because we were special to him. We the Most High special people. You so-called blacks and Hispanics and Native American Indians, come back to the nationality. Come back to the right and true God. We living in the last days, and the kingdom is at hand. Give me Jeremiah 17 and 4. What's going on, brother? You got a question?
Oh, I know.
You know what we're talking about? So keep the laws and commandments and repent and keep the Most High. Go ahead. Because we the only people on this earth who don't know a damn thing. We don't know who we are. Go ahead.
Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4.
Read what that say.
And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thy heritage.
So if I stop a black man right now on the street, I'm gonna ask him, yo, what's your nationality? He gonna tell me, oh, I'm a black man. Oh, I'm African American. Oh, I'm Spanish. Oh, I'm Jamaican. But the Most High said we forgot our heritage. Read that again.
Verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
Yo, this is for you, brother. For the so-called blacks and Hispanics, man. We gotta come back to our God. Go ahead.
That I gave thee.
Go ahead.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
So nobody can say the blacks and Hispanics that they go to slavery. The Most High said we will go to slavery for breaking his laws and commandments. That's us. Go ahead.
For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger.
The Most High, we kindled a fire in his anger. We forgot to follow his commandments, so he destroyed us. He sent us in captivity. He sent slave ships, and he killed us, and he brought us in slavery. Go ahead.
Which shall burn forever.
Go ahead. Now, matter of fact, let's see the commandments that we've been breaking this whole time. This is for you so-called blacks and Hispanics. Go ahead.
Verse 5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them.
So we're not supposed to bow down to any graven image. When you walk up the block to that Catholic church, you see nothing but graven images in that Catholic church. They want you to bow and pray to Virgin Mary. That's against the Most High, and that's against us. We're the Hebrews. We're the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Go ahead.
For I, the Most High thy God, am a jealous power.
So the Most High is jealous power. That's why he sent us into slavery. That's why he sent the slave ships. We refuse to follow the Most High. Go ahead.
Visiting the iniquities of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generations of them that hate me.
Of them that hate me. If you don't follow the Most High commandments, you actually hate the Most High God. You hate the God that brought us out of Egypt. You hate the God that brought us into slavery. You hate him. Go ahead.
Verse 6, and showing mercy unto thousands of men that love me and keep my commandments.
And do what?
Keep my commandments.
So the Most High only show mercy to those who keep his commandments. That's the reason why the so-called black man is getting shot down in these streets. And no matter how many times you march, ain't nothing gonna change. Because the Most High got a curse on our people. Go ahead.
Verse 7, thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy power in vain.
So when another commandment our people is breaking, they don't even know the God that they're calling upon. Some call him God, some call him Jesus, but the Most High name is I am that I am, Ahaya Ashur Ahaya. That's the God of our fathers. Go ahead.
For the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain.
So we're not supposed to take the Most High name in vain. We're supposed to praise his name. We're supposed to exalt his name throughout the earth. Go ahead.
Verse 8, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
So what was that last commandment?
To keep it holy.
Remember what?
Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
So the Most High said, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Everybody gonna party all day today and tonight and go in these Christian churches tomorrow on Sunday and break the Most High law, statutes, and commandments. The Most High said, keep the Sabbath day holy. We're actually in the Sabbath day right now. We got our people confused and don't even know that they're breaking the Sabbath right now. You out here shopping, having a good time, but we breaking the Most High commandments. Read that again.
Verse 8, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
So the Most High didn't tell us to go to church on Sunday. He said keep the Sabbath day, Friday night sundown to Saturday night sundown. That's what the Most High commanded. And we keep breaking these laws. That's why we getting gunned down in these streets and no white man can help us, can save us. No Barack Obama can save us. It's the Most High who's gonna save us. Go ahead.
Verse 9, 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work.
6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. So the Most High gave us Monday through Friday to work and do all our pleasures. But why is it that every Friday night y'all want to hit the club? Every Saturday y'all want to hit the streets? The Most High keep the Sabbath holy. You could do all that foolishness any other day. Go ahead.
Verse 10, but the seventh day is the Sabbath day of the Most High thy power.
The Most High said the Sabbath day, which is today, is the holy day. We got to come back to our God. We are the lost sheep of the house of Israel. We are the lost sheep of the house of Israel. We got to come back to the laws of the Most High. Go ahead.
In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant.
So the Most High said, nobody should be working or doing their own pleasures on the Sabbath day. We are the lost sheep. We got to come back to the Most High. I see y'all over there looking. We got to come back to our God, brother. We the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Go ahead.
Nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates.
That's the reason why we can't get down in these streets, because we got no laws. We neglect our God, and he's putting us in captivity. He's pouring out his curses on us. Because why? We are stubborn people. We are stiff-necked people. Everybody think they got the way, but the only way is the Most High. Go ahead.
Verse 11, for in 6 days the Most High made heaven and earth.
The Most High created all things in 6 days. Go ahead.
The sea and all that in them is.
Go ahead.
And rested the seventh day.
No, the Most High hit the club on the 7th day.
Rested the seventh day.
The Most High was in Payless on the 7th day.
And rested the seventh day.
The Most High was shopping on the 7th day.
And rested the seventh day.
The Most High was resting on the 7th day, which is the Sabbath. Everybody's running about and don't care about the Most High. But the Most High is right now in heaven resting the same way we should be resting. Go ahead.
Wherefore the Most High blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it.
See that? So we should be blessed. We should be blessing the 7th day, not in these churches on Sunday trying to keep the Most High commandments. You're not keeping no commandments if you worshiping on Sunday. Go ahead.
Verse 12. Honor thy father and thy mother.
You see that? Another commandment our people is breaking. We're supposed to honor our mothers and our fathers. Go ahead.
That thy days may be long upon the land which the Most High that power giveth thee.
So now we can see why our young brothers and sisters is getting shot and killed in these streets, because they breaking this commandment right here. They're not honoring their mother and father. We got young people disrespecting their parents, cursing their parents out. What about the Most High? If you can't even respect your parents, there's no way you can respect the Most High. Go ahead.
Verse 13. Thou shalt not murder.
Thou shalt not murder. And y'all want to talk about black on black crime. If we had these commandments, there will be no such thing as black on black crime. There will be no such thing as our people killing each other. If you knew that the same brother you about to shoot is your brother, you wouldn't do that. Go ahead.
Thou shalt not murder.
Thou shalt not murder. We got young brothers and gangs killing each other for color, breaking the Most High commandments. That's why these curses are being poured out on the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Go ahead.
Thou shalt not commit adultery.
Thou shalt not commit adultery. All right? You sleeping with a married woman. You sleeping with a married man. Oh, y'all don't want to hear this. Y'all don't want to hear this. Y'all want to go to church and just sing and clap and say hallelujah, right? But the Most High laws is coming out. Read that again.
Thou shalt not commit adultery.
Go ahead.
Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor.
Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Always gossiping and lying. That's all our people do. So nobody can tell me we not the children of Israel. That's all we do all day is gossip. Yo, girl, let me tell you what he said. Oh, boy, yo, son of the block is talking mad mess. That's gossiping. That's bearing false witness. No one can tell us we the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Go ahead.
Verse 17. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house.
Thou shalt not covet. Y'all know what covet mean. You see somebody with something on and you want that. You see somebody on TV with a nice car, you want that nice car. The Most High say you should not covet. We're not saying you can't have nice things, but don't covet. Go ahead.
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife.
We shall not covet thy neighbor's wife. If you have a wife, stay with your wife. If you have a husband, stay with your husband. Stop going back and forth and sleeping around and being a whoremonger amongst the people.
Nor thy manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's.
So you see that? So because we broke these commandments, the Most High sent us into slavery. He sent us in these cargo slave ships. This is why we suffering in the ghettos. This is why we walking around and we don't know who the hell we are. I'm gonna talk to 10 different black people and they tell me 10 different things. We don't know who we are. Deuteronomy 28 verse 1.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 1.
Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Most High thy power, to observe and to do his commandments, which I have commanded thee this day, that the Most High thy power will set thee on high above all nations on the earth.
So now, if y'all wondering why the so-called blacks and Hispanics are in the bottom, it's because we did not keep the Most High's laws and his commandments. That's why we suffered in these hoods. We suffered in these ghettos. We were supposed to be ruling. We kings and queens. We princes of the Most High. If we kept his commandments, we'll be above all nations. Read that again.
Verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Most High thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I have commanded thee this day, that the Most High thy power will set thee on high above all nations on the earth.
We're supposed to be ruling these other nations. We're not supposed to be in these ghettos. We're not supposed to be in these slums. We're not supposed to be on welfare. We're not supposed to be on food stamps. We kings and queens according to the Most High.